welcome to my channel. I hope you're doing well. I'm still under the weather. Uh, Today's Friday. You're seeing this video Monday, so I'm hoping over the weekend I start to feel a little bit better. But I decided to do a granny square blanket with all my leftover medium 4-weight yarn. It's been a little hot here, so I don't really like to crochet. But I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll make my friend a blanket for Christmas. Don't think I'm going to make it for Christmas, but I'll show you the granny squares. They're nice and easy. I thought we'd do one together, and I'll show you how I do mine. And we'll talk about the cinch circle. So I haven't weaved in any of the ends yet. I think what I'll do, and what I usually do when I do squares, I'll do like 10 or 15, and then I'll sit and I'll weave them all in. And then that way I'm not doing it all at the end, and I'm not doing one at a time because I don't like doing one at a time. I rather sit and just do a whole bunch. So those are the ones I got so far. 5 rounds of them. So not too bad. And we'll talk about it as we go. Scissors I use, and I'm using this Clover 5mm H hook. I really like the Clovers. They're nice and smooth. I could have used a 5.5, but I crochet pretty loose, so I decided not to. So let's get crafting. So going a bit not farther, closer. Going a bit closer. So we're going to do a cinch circle. So this is the way I do a cinch circle. Honest, it is so many different ways to do a cinch circle. Everybody does it a different way. This is the way I do it. So I wrap it around my fingers. I pinch it. Then I pinch it with these two on my hook. Come around and go. If you're struggling with the cinch circle, my suggestion is to go online, find somebody that does it. Look at quite a few different ones and find the person that you connect with and that you can follow the instructions. I learned my cinch circle from Jaden and Stitches. Mikey from Crochet Crowd's pretty good. Bella Coco Crochet, she does a good job, but there's so many people out there, and I don't think anybody's one worse than the other or better than the other. I think it's just whoever you connect with. So with me, I like Jaden and Stitches. I've done quite a few of her patterns too, and I think I actually learned how to do a granny square from her. I got some shadows going on. Let me see if I can fix it. You're going to see the light coming through. Isn't that horrible? Oh my gosh, I am like a nightmare with my lights and my mic. At least I got my mic thing sorted out. So this is the way I do a granny square. You start that when you chain one, you lock your cinch circle. So we're going to do 2 more and then 2 double crochets into the cinch circle. If you're looking for lots of patterns, Jaden and Stitches has a lot. Also, Begodea Crochet. She's got tons and tons. Like, I think she almost has 1,000 videos. Now we're going to chain 2 and we're going to do 3 double crochets. She has tons and tons of video, and she not once ever does a cinch circle. What she does is she single crochets 3 or 4 or 5, whatever she decides, and then she slip stitches into the first. That did not turn out well, did it? She slip stitches into the first single crochet. She makes a hoop, and then she crochets into the hoop, whatever she's doing. Granny squares, it would be this that she's doing. Finish 3. Nope, that's 2. And then she just cinches from there, and it works just as well. So don't freak out if you can't do a cinch circle. It's not the end of the world. You can always do the hoops. Crochet is supposed to be fun, easy. I like it not too difficult. It goes pretty quick. That's what I like about the granny squares. They go pretty quick. And then you can just attach them together. Probably gonna attach them either the invisible seam, because they're all different colors, or I might do a white border, I don't have any white medium 4-weight, so you just cinch it closed there. See how nice and close it is? You go count up your 3, you slip stitch into there. There you go. So now your options are you can flip it, and then you'd be in the circle here, and then your granny squares would be double-sided. Or if you want them one-sided, you can just stay here and then slip stitch through the next next 2 stitches, and then into the space, and then start your granny square, start your corner. So corner, you always start with 3 single crochets, 2 double crochets. This is my granny square. There's so many different chain 2, and then in the same space, because you're making a corner, do 3 single crochet. There's so many different granny squares, so many different ways to do it. You can do a solid one. I am just doing these this way. So chain 1, that gives you a little space to get over to the next corner. So you're going to do another corner, which is 3 double crochets. Chain 2, 3 double crochets. And on these ones, I'm doing 5 rounds. I think it's a good size. They'll stretch out a little bit once you attach them all together. Chain 1, and then into the next corner, do a corner. Chain 2, and 3 more double crochets. So it's super easy. If you don't know how to do any of these stitches, definitely, like I said, go online, research, find a couple of crocheters, find one you connect with, and they can show you. And one more, and then we're done the corner. And round 2 is done. Don't forget to chain 1, and then you count your 3 up, slip stitch into that, and then slip stitch across. Some people don't like slip stitching across because you can see it right there, but my opinion is, in the whole scope of the blanket, you're never going to see the 3 double crochets, and unless you're looking, you're not going to find that. So it works out fine. I don't mind. Sometimes with baby blankets, I won't do that. But I'm just going to give this to my friend, and I'm not sure what she'll do with it. But so now you have a space, right? So just chain 1, go into the space. Whoops, not single crochet, and do 3 doubles into that. Chain 1, and now you're back at the corner, and do your 3 double crochets. Chain 2. I like these granny squares. You can whip them out in no time. Like, look at, we're on round 3 and we're only 8 minutes in. So you could definitely do them pretty quick. Just chain 1, get into the space. And I'm not sure what she'll do with it, but so now you have a space, right? So just chain 1, go into the space. Whoops, not single crochet, and do 3 doubles into that. Chain 1, and now you're back at the corner, and do your 3 double crochets. Chain 2. I like these granny squares. You can whip them out in no time. Like, look at, we're on round 3 and we're only 8 minutes in. So you could definitely do them pretty quick. Just chain 1, get into the space. Chain 1, get into the next corner. And this, with these granny squares too, if you make a mistake, it's only 5 rounds, so it's not, if you have to pull it out. I was talking, big surprise, and one of my corners I forgot to do, I did one 3 double crochets, and then I chained one and I went right to the hoop. Of course, I didn't notice because I was talking, but when I went on the next round, of course, as soon as you get to that corner, you realize, so I had to pull it out. It was not that big a deal because it's not that big of a granny square. If you did that, if you were just going to continue a granny square and you did that and you were near your blanket, you would have to pull the whole thing out. A bit annoying. I know. How do I know that? Because I've done it. And this way too, it's portable. Like if I was going to go out, I have a doctor's tomorrow, and you're sitting in the doctor's for an hour before you see them. So I'll bring this and whip out a couple granny squares, I think. Like I said, it's pretty hot here, so dealing with the yarn is not the best, but again, granny squares aren't too bad for that. Oh my gosh, what are we doing here? There we go. Count up, 1, 2, 3. Here we are. You can always see the next one because it's pulled apart. So you slip stitch in that. Third one into the hoop, into the corner, and 1, 2, 3 rounds are done. So let's continue on. Chain 3. Most of my yarn is all packed up in boxes. I haven't unboxed it yet in my new craft space. So I'm going to have to do that to find my medium 4-weight yarn because I know I have tons of it. So I'm going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Unpack my yarn and put it in my craft room. So now you got 2 spaces, chain 1. I can find my yarn and I can put my yarn out so I can see it. Mostly right now I have all my miniatures and diamond painting little thingies out. My books, accessories, my whips I have on a table. Once I get completely finished my craft room, it's nice, clean, organized, I will do a tour of it. Right now, parts of it is fine, other parts aren't, so that is my winter project. Hopefully before Christmas I can finish my craft room, but who knows, because I need my husband's help to move shelving around. And we're redoing the dining room because right now it's in the dining room, so motivation to do that dining room before Christmas and then move my craft. My husband thinks I should move my craft room into where the dining room is and put the dining room where my craft room is. And I thought about it, except it's at the side of the house. It doesn't get a lot of light. There's only 1 window. And if you close the doors, you'd be pretty isolated. So I don't think I want to do that. Right now, I'm in the front of the house. I can see the outside, the front. I can see the porch. And everybody coming and going I can see. So I'm a bit more interactive with everybody in the house. So I think I just have to utilize the space a little bit better, and I will stay here. If you watch my channel for diamond painting and cross stitch and you're still here, thank you very much. I encourage you to maybe try cross stitch, try crochet, but it definitely is a different kind of craft. The yarn's a bit off there. Than those two for sure. So but look at that, we're down round 4. Like, it takes nothing. And yes, I can see it's curled up in the side, so we're gonna fix that too at the end. Might as well do, only 13 minutes in and I did almost a whole granny square, so we might as well finish it up. Make sure it is in round 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So one more round, might as well do it together. For a while there, I'm one of those people that I like a craft, I do it over and over and over again. Oh, there's Dazzle. She got up on the couch. Okay, I didn't have to help her. I put that really nice blanket out for her, so she's lying on that. For a while there, I was doing nothing but I was having problems with my eyes, so I was doing nothing but crochet because it was easier on the eyes. I got my eyes worked out. I got dry eye syndrome, so lots of drops, better glasses, and I can see my cross stitch and my diamond painting much better. So. But when I wasn't, something was wrong with my glasses and my eyes, and go to the optometrist. It says nothing wrong, and went to another optometrist. And they're the one that said, see a specialist and get that worked out. So that's fine. Great for cross stitching diamond. But those painting fairy ones, even if you had problems, you get a 14 count and put some light on, and the symbols are so easy to read. You shouldn't have a problem. Sometimes the Joy Sundays aren't easy to read, and they're not, sometimes off center, and so now you've got like 3 on the side, so make sure you don't forget the only one chain. That's what it is, chain. Did I say chain before, or did I say something else? You should chain in between. If you forget a chain, it's not that big a deal. You could just go in there and it'll spread it out for it. So chain 2. Did I call it chain before? Oh my gosh, I don't even know what I said. Chain 1, the next space. All the animals are in here sleeping. It's the afternoon, late morning, early afternoon. All their zoomies are out. It's the best time to film. I figured out because they're sleeping and they're not irritating me, and most everybody's gone to work. So my husband's on night, so he's sleeping. So it's quiet. There we go. Chain 2. Oh my gosh. Look. We're at what, just under 17 minutes, and I got a a granny square done. Well, it'll just be just over 17 minutes when our granny square is done. So how many am I going to do to make a blanket? Conservatively, I'm going to start with 120, and then I'll lay it out and see how big that blanket is if I need more. But maybe I'll do 90 and check it out. I don't know. Probably around 100 though. If I want a half decent size. There you go. You just slip stitch into the last one. Cut your thread. Pull through. Did I do 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. And then just give it a tug and lay flat. Tug your corners out. Let's go out a bit. There you go. Tuck your corners. And we got a granny square. So there we go. I will continue on and I'll show you progress as I do it. So thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'm not sure what kind of picture I'm going to put here at the end. Maybe from our trip again that we did a couple of weeks ago. I think I'll put a picture in from there. So thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video.